All right, this is how it all started. I'm out again at the club. It was actually about to close. The guy that approached me was really handsome but kept making funny facial expressions. Move your hands, sir, I said to myself. He then asked to give me a massage, rubbing on my leg without permission. Then he said, give me a reason why you wouldn't give me a kiss. I told him I do not kiss people when I first meet them. What? He looked at me like, yeah, right. He then went on to tell me he juggled booties for a living. I definitely have never heard of that. He said, I've seen a lot of good and bad booties. When you get comfortable, you're going to love showing me your booty. They actually call me the booty master. This conversation was by far more interesting than I thought. I went on and told him I had a man so that he wouldn't get any extra ideas about my booty. I never thought it would be this hard to meet somebody compatible. To be honest, I really like a man that knows how to dress and match his clothes up. I also want to be a little taller when I have my heels on. I feel like there's a lot of major factors missing when it comes to approaching a woman. The first thing that he says to me is, you don't have to be shy, we're grown. He then went on to say that he was married and he's going to put my number in his phone as Jules, the grocery store. He said, so give me your number so I can see how you taste. I'm trying to figure out, why do men always think that that line right there is what's going to get them the number? I told him I was not interested. I know. How you gonna turn people down when you don't have nobody? But one thing for sure, everybody not for me. I am used to women approaching me, but I let them down easy. This girl was aggressive. I definitely had to let her know I don't get down like that. I was more shocked than mad. I know my facial expression showed her that I was not interested. Really, like the nerve. She went on to say, my bad. I thought that you were looking at me. I'm sorry, queen. I like what I see. She walked away with a manly walk. To tell you the truth, I feel a little violated, but I'm not going to let that ruin my night. Before I knew it, someone else was coming over to my table. He acted like he was looking for something. He sat down and said, I found you. I told him I've been sitting here for the longest. He then went to say, you look so cute. I said, okay, thank you. It was the next line that caught me off guard. He said, if I wanted to purchase some good pussy, how much would you charge me? He pulled his money out, counting fives and ones. He then began to lick his lips as if he was very serious. It started to remind me of the guy from the last club, trying to seduce me. But trust me, none of that worked. The bartender was all over the place, making her presence known. Didn't know she was flirting with him right before he decided to approach me with drinks. I definitely could say that I am attracted to a bald-headed man. He definitely looked familiar, like I had seen him before. I couldn't remember it first until we both said together, P-O-F. Plenty of Fish is a dating site. How unexpected that I run into a man that I've been talking to online for years. He then said, you should let me take you out on a date. I didn't want to say yes quickly because I didn't want to seem desperate. So I said, a date? Thinking to myself, great idea, a date. I actually haven't been on a date in a few years. I definitely was enjoying his energy. He then asked to get my phone to put his number in there. I told him that's fine, as I blushed. I wouldn't call it a red flag, but he did tell me that he had a hand fetish and a upper lip fetish. I was thinking to myself, that's not so bad. He kissed my hand so softly and said, I'm looking forward to this date. I responded and told him I am too. He told me his bladder don't work like it used to and he would call me later. As he walked away to the restroom, I was thinking to myself, maybe this is the one. All right, this is how it all started. I'm out again at the club. All right, this is how it all started. I'm out again at the club. It was actually about to close. The guy that approached me was really handsome but kept making funny. All right, this is how it all started. I'm out again at the club. It was actually about to close. The guy that approached me was really handsome.